Zong on the enemy team. You're playing with fire here.
I'm not sure. I don't know how to feel about this as well. Hanzo, like you mentioned, was a really good pick, but not only do they have the Yuzong, they have a lot of people to open up map vision as well. The Kai, the Grok, you name it.
So let's see here, the conclusion, right? Composition-wise, I feel like they're in the mindset of all or nothing here for Set of Aura of Fire. So let's witness the Land of Dawn, Game 3 between Onic and as well as the Red Dragons Aura of Fire. Land of Dawn, here we go.
Here we go indeed. Remember, this is the last game of week number 5, and then we're on to week number 6, and that's gonna be the last week. But okay, let's focus here. Okay, well, let's take a look at the emblems and the spells, right? Very different to what we saw before. Here, CW goes in for the sprint.
I don't know, man. I'm still thinking about the Hanzo. It's like,
okay.
what?
Don't overthink it, all right, Mirko?
I mean, it could work. Again, there's a lot of... Even CW is not going to be proper front to back, like purely front to back, right? He's going to be diving in a lot of the situations as well. You know, funnily enough, I think the Hanzo would work against Aura Fire's comp more than it does against Onic, but we'll see.
I agree.
We'll definitely see, right? Top side though, Boots. Already recalled, pop the Petrify as well. That's a waste spell before the first turtle.
We'll see here. Already some rotations coming in from Godiva as well here to trying to pressure CW in the lane. Kabuki should have a good time in that early stage of the game until CW gets at level 4 Blazing Duet, but with the influence of Keyboy and the Kaja, how does that pan out? What do we expect here?
I think Kabuki, again, it's just the Claude. This is what Claude does. You are able to farm so well, and you are also able to proc those Avarice stacks so easily. You can get the gold so easily in lane, and it's going to be a gold advantage that he can get over the Beatrix. That's why we saw as well in the matchup earlier in game number 2, Kabuki was able to win it, right? Get more gold in the end, even though both of them were farming the same way.
I don't know, turtle fight here, let's see, right? Rotation-wise, I feel like Onic, they really want to somehow contest this turtle, even Akai is already in that vicinity. Take a look at Onic here, Boots, health, HP. Black Dragon here, not yet activated, still level 3. But it seems like no contest here from side of Aura Fire. Facehugger, wings by wings here to provide cover. Fluffy will not be able to disturb that. Kyrie finds it, but take a look at top side. Keyboy, Watch Eye popped, and Flicker. Defensively, still no first bloods here in the first 2 minutes.
That was the issue, right? That we saw. That was a loophole with the Hanzo pick. Van tried to go in for the contest, but Keyboy just immediately goes into the backline, threatens, and cancels Van out. And on top of that, Facehugger opens up the Feather Airstrike, and that too gets cancelled by Keyboy. And that's just one member from the side of Onic that can do that, right? But imagine if they get all clumped together. They have an answer with Boots. They have an answer with Kyrie as well. And we'll see. We'll see. Like you mentioned, execution, of course, is important. I think we said the similar thing about Onyx draft in game number 2, but Aura was able to find a way to come back in the game. So 3 minutes in, still a lot more time until the next neutral objective spawns. But neither Onic nor Aura are looking for a strike here.
Yeah, I mean, for both of the teams, there's no real reason to force a fight unless they get a pick like this.
Oh, Godiva, comfortable flicker, but take a look at the damage. Oh my god, first blood for CW there. Onic strikes first here in game 3.
The slow, right? The utility from the Eve. That wouldn't have been a pick if the real world manipulation, in my opinion, was not popped up just yet.
I think it would have still been a pick if it was a Farsa with the stun, as you can see right now, and the burst damage. It's just a matter of the... I mean, in the early game as well. I don't think the real world inflation slows you that much. She's still waiting for the Ice Queen 1. But yeah, he does have a little bit more utility in the end, and that immobility helps definitely a lot here. But Aura are still able to push Onic back around the gold lane. Kabuki doing a really good job in lane right now, using the weapons really well, swapping, not just staying in 2. He's using the bandit to clear, using the Renner to poke, to get some turret gold, and the Nibiru to fight.
Now the Turtles up in for grabs here for both of these teams. You can see the EXP laners already going in for the rotations. The setup coming in from Onic as well as Aura Fire. in this situation, Van level 7, Kyrie level 7 as well. We'll see who gets the better setup.
Let's see. Van here will have the area, but Kyrie wins that stun, comes through onto his Godiva. He gets taken out. Take a look at the backside as well. Kabuki will not survive with the pin. Boots picks up a kill. It's 2-4-0, and Onic wins the turtle.
Just like that, the 200 gold lead that Orifire worked so hard to get in the early stage of the game, even the lane that they've worked so hard to win in the gold lane, it all comes down to Onic winning it. And even here, Keyboy is just being a real bully, man. Putting the barrier to cancel out the recall, stunning him and even pinning him into the other wall. Godiva even, he tried to go for a Divine Judgment. It didn't work, bro. 0-2-0 right now for the Kaja. It's very unfortunate for the side of Aura.
And the longer this game goes, right, as soon as CW gets those item power spikes, that's when I feel like Onic are going to pull the trigger even further, right? I mean, right now, CW already sitting at 200 KDA, and that's not really someone that you want to leave idle at this point. CW, when you leave him alone, you come back, suddenly he's already full item and he's already dealing out the damage. So Aura in this moment, they really need to find an answer towards CW before it gets even worse.
You know what? I feel like the composition here from Aura Fire, though, looking at it, they have a really strong high ground here with Farsa, with Hanzo. It's going to be somehow tough for Onic to penetrate, but of course the talent's prediction, again, it's got to be the same here, unanimous. Well, not unanimous almost, but still.
Nearly unanimous. Nearly.
Thank you, Eterna.
Only just one caster
Yikes.
with a different opinion, but look at this.
Facehugger here caught in the middle of it all, but Keyboy will secure the kill. Kyrie now pinning Godiva down. Enough damage, it seems like wall charge connecting as well, but Godiva will flicker away. Hanzo in the mid side, take a look at that force. CW to use that BMI. Kyrie will not commit on towards the van in that mid side.
That's so much CC, so much knockup, and he could have gone for it, Kyrie, but he didn't. He wanted to go in for the neutral objectives instead. It shows a layer of discipline as well. He doesn't just trigger, he doesn't get aggressive, he doesn't get triggered by seeing just a sad Hanzo in the back line sitting and closing his eyes and, you know,
Praying, he's just praying there.
Meditating.
He was meditating, there you go.
He's a yogi.
Okay, Gunny. But also, there was a girl with a gun walking down, so I think either way, if he wanted to go for the meditating Hanzo, as you mentioned, I don't think it would have worked here, but the Hanzo has finished the DHS. That's going to be the Fury Hammer and the BOD as well, getting a power spike. Oh my god! Kabuki, 1,300 gold ahead already on the Claude. That's going to say a lot, man. The golden staff has been built up in a 7 minute on a Claude. He's already on the way to, I believe, a Corrosion Scythe. He may go for the nature, but I think CW is a Chad. I think he'd go for the aggressive route. But like you mentioned, Eterna, it's Eve with the Ice Queen wand. Now, that's where she finds that power spike too. That slow is going to make Aura fire, Aura slow.
Okay, Fluffy will flicker away from that pin. It seems like here Keyboy and as well as Godiva will go head to head. Will this be a fight? Stun comes through, watch our pop. Godiva will not be able to escape this time. Kyrie picks up the kill. And Onic, they're trying to somehow slowly but surely suffocate their opponent.
It's bleak. Van doing what Van does best, right? In certain situations like this, he opts for looking for other things on the opposite side of the map. He goes in for the damage onto the turret in the bottom side, getting that small victory for Aura Fire here in the 8th minute of the game. But other than that, Onic, they're going to be able to push that top side as well, deal that damage, even take the turret with Claude going up there as well.
I think now, for Aura, it gets really tough, right? Because their composition here is going to rely a lot on the front to back. But again, Onic have drafted in a way where they can really just mess up that front to back. Very similarly to how Aura were able to win in game number 2 against Onic. Destroying that front to back formation and in the end, getting the flanks with a Claude. Now with the Hanzo, it can still push Onic's back line. But remember, that Yutong is going to be constantly looking for the Hanzo. It's so tough to pull off this composition for the side of Aura Fire, like we mentioned in the draft, and now we're really seeing it. 5-0, 9 minutes in, 3,000 gold lead as Van jumps in.
Rion flickers away. But it seems like now Van will be safe. CW though jumps in with the blazing duet and finds the kill. Will he go for the double? And take a look at Fluffy here. Kyrie finds the kill on towards Fluffy. Boots jumps in on towards Kabuki, flickers away. The Lord will safely secured by Kyrie. Onic will not force another fight, but Van though with the Pinnacle Ninja here, trying to find a kill, will not gain it. But it seems like Onic again with the favorable trade.
No casualties whatsoever here. 5,000 gold lead once again. And if we take a look at the player's gold, now this is what I was worried about, right? CW. Nobody was able to disrupt his farming pattern. And nobody's going to be able to withstand his damage as he's far, far ahead from everyone else in this game.
It's too far. It's a bit too far, right? I mean, Kabuki has the VOD, but the only damage he's going to be able to do is to the frontliners. With just a Fury Hammer, I don't think it's nearly enough penetration to actually melt down these frontliners, because Onic, they built up so many physical defense items already. Keyboy and oh my god, up top, Kyrie.
Heavy spin finds Van, and the damage will come through indeed. Kyrie picks up that kill, and now it's going to be the super minions here pushing towards the bot, the mid, and the top. Facehugger will pop that all top side just to clear though. Onic still in a very dominating situation.
Aura really just flipped the switch in game 2. They thought they got the momentum, but they only just gave Onic more hunger, and it's so scary now. Like I said, Corrosion Scythe and the Wind of Nature, 11 minutes. This guy farms at such a crazy rate. 9.8k gold in his pocket. 2.8k ahead of Kabuki.
Oh,
Another airstrike onto its boots, and he gets taken now. Take a look at the cover. Keyboy and Kyrie jumps in. Trying to find a CW. Finds the mega, finds the double. Almost a triple. Here on towards Kabuki. Pin down a Fluffy here. Will be taken out. CW finds the triple here. Godiva very low. Druion 4-man offense. Let's see the defense here. Kabuki and Godiva. Will they be able to delay? 10 seconds on Facehugger. It seems like Onic, they will not commit. They will just go for the base turrets now, as it seems like the top side should be their agenda. Kabuki waiting for that Nibiru's Passion here, perhaps. There you go. The base turret top side will not be taken down just yet.
What a fight, Eterna, what a fight. And again, it's just Onic showing class here, as they have been spamming the emotes. Kyrie's been spamming a tribute emote for Onic PH. You guys can spam right now the emotes that you guys can buy on or in the shop in-game for all your favorite teams. But again, that's just Onic popping off CW, utilizing that timing, again, going in as an assassin, technically.
Kyrie pins Godiva down, and CW will gladly receive the godlike.
oh man, and now they're gonna convert that man advantage onto the neutral objective. They don't commit for a siege, they're going for the safer route. Perhaps maybe putting Aura Fire in a position that they're not comfortable with, looking for a trap onto them, because they have all the means to do so. They have CW with a very aggressive play earlier on, a blazing duet into the back line, and it did wonders, and he didn't even get taken out at the end of it all. And that's going to be a free Lord for Onic here in the 13th minute of the game.
10,000 gold lead too for Onic. For the rest of the members, 7-0-3 for the marksman, the gold laner, Kyrie 3-0-8. It's a perfect game. Other than the boots here, we do have a pause to slow down the tempo to talk a little bit about what is happening here. I think it's a simple case of just being outdrafted, but unfortunately, I don't know, I feel like Aura Fire kind of picked themselves, they drafted themselves into a corner. It wasn't like Onic were forcing these picks. It was the Hanzo picked up after seeing the Yuzong. It was them saying, you know what, yeah, I think we can still make it work, you know?
I mean, what was the purpose of the Hanzo, right? Because, come on, these are like
We know the purpose, but
top level teams.
it's so easily countered by Yuzong, you know?
They have a good high ground though. Farsa, Hanzo.
Like, what was their game plan,
Beatrix.
right? Because we're not talking about amateur team here, right? Even though they're level at their 8th place in the standings, there must be a reason or an exact game plan that they had in mind with the Hanzo, but I can't figure it out.
I don't know. We are still figuring it out too as well here. Game 3 though. Oh, it's looking tough here, but Hanzo, right? I mean, DHS, Golden Staff. What else?
Corrosion side.
Corrosion. Those
Then BOD.
items will be enough to shred
Sure.
Brethren. Be enough to shred Akai. So perhaps that is where they're like trying to bank on here, the high ground late game.
But like,
I don't think it
it's,
will work though. Still.
it's like bad enough. There's one answer. It's worse when there's 3.
Yeah.
Right? We have the Akai, you have the Grok, you have the Yuzong. So let's say the plan is, okay, let's just distract Yuzong or whatever, right? Put him onto someone else. And then they're able to distract him for a bit, right? But then they have 2 more.
Exactly. I think the main problem is, sure, we can just see, okay, they have proper high ground. The thing is, the high ground only works if they're not getting shoved away. The feather airstrike only works when there's no one there to cancel, when there's no one there to dive. Right as the Lord comes in, they should probably just pop the Black Dragon form and everybody's forced to back away. That's for a free turret. And if they hide around the base, they move back just a little bit, Claude comes in to seal the deal. Here they're going for a cheeky little pick. This is what they need to look for. This is how they look for a dub. But unfortunately, they're going for it.
The Magic Sentry play with the conceal as well.
GW.
Finds Claude here, and he gets to shut it down. And take a look at Gabuki, though. He will be the next target. Oh, flickers away. Miss Jukes, the purest dive at Boots, will claim the kill. Take a look at the backside now. Van trying to secure and take care of the Lord. And it seems like Aura Fire again. They will have another day to defend here. Onic has failed. Let's see. 4v4. Minion mid has come through. Feather airstrike now pops just to clear the wave as well. Keyboy will receive a lot of damage, man. Popping his ult here to also give a pressure in Onyx's face. But again, Aura Fire, even though with an 8,000 gold deficit, they managed to defend.
Very nice. A Hail Mary play. It could have been a 50-50, but they were able to execute it properly, taking CW down before they went in for the siege into Aura Fire's base here, Miracle.
It's just really good, right? I mean, they had to make that crazy Hail Mary play. It was either that or go for the defense. That, again, would not have worked. They understand that the Black Dragon form will be popped right before the Lord comes in, zoning them away from the base and giving Claude so much space to just end the game right there and then. So Aura, now, sure, they've bought some time, but they need to utilize this. That play was so good because they were on the brink of canceling that play. They were about to just cancel it, not commit to it, but then they pop in the Magic Sentry. Getting the vision, seeing CW so vulnerable right there, they decide to fully commit, and that's, in the end, what saved the game for them. Taking those risks, again, that's how Aura Fire needs to play it.
Can you imagine being CW in that moment?
It's just like,
It's like, oh, what happened?
Heck, man?
Jump scare.
What the heck?
Oh, but
How are you?
beautiful.
Why are you here?
Now, the problem is, right? Plays like that, like fool me once, shame on you, me. Fool me twice, shame on me. So, with that being said, I don't know if Aura Fire can replicate that same thing because now Onic, they're going to be aware of those kinds of plays. Yeah.
I think what you meant is fool me once, shame on you.
Yeah, that's what I repaired it. I was like, shame on me. Wait, no, I said shame on you.
Oh, I didn't hear the you part. My bad, man. But anyways, here
So
with
sad.
Godiva getting the immortality, it does give him a little bit more to play with when he goes in for the flicker plays. I think it's the flanks. If Aura Fire can create a flank, oh no, that's not a flank.
Godiva with the conceal here. Oh, Pure Dive was huge, stunning Godiva down, breaking his momentum. Boots though, will pop the Black Dragon Phone towards the backside with Keyboy. Kyrie jumps in with a heavy spin, finds Fluffy, bringing him back towards the Lord and picks. Godiva trying to provide cover. Fluffy loses his immortal now. Fluffy flickers away. Oh my god, he survives Van now with the trying to find Drian. He might get it, but cancelled away with the retreat there. My goodness, Van retreat the wrong target. It's gonna give an open shot. Facehugger though finds the mage, and Facehugger using the wings by wings to fly away. Kyrie again trying to find the kite. Keyboard here will receive a lot of damage while charged as a defensive maneuver. And it seems like now Aura Fire, they want more, but now they need to focus on defending top side and mid here. They have a good high ground. I expect them to defend.
They got the Lord, but they had to lose a Drian in the process. If we're talking about high ground, Onic have lost it in Drian. Doesn't seem like Onic want to commit into the siege.
He can't.
Or Fire should be able to clear this really well.
I think getting a winner truncheon would be very wise right now, but Drian jumps in with the Divine Glaive first here. It's the Hanzo that's now becoming such a big problem because, okay, even though the Yuzan can dive to the back line, we're getting to a point where the damage from Van needs to be respected, and you can see it. CW and Drian were so far back. They were isolated from the front three liners that Onic have, and if you take a look at the items, once again, no defensive item at all for Drian. Here, though, Fluffy gets caught.
Fluffy, no immortal. Take note.
Game Boy.
Airstrike. CW finds the kill now. Take a look. Game Boy finding Kabuki. Oh, Black Dragon form here. Trying to find Kabuki. He retreats in time with the flicker. Now 4 men defending with 5 men on the offense. Let's see. Mid minion comes in. Feather Airstrike still on cooldown now. What are they going for? Godiva still holding here. Trying to find the soak. The soak and the damage. Onic trying to find the base. Trying to find the end. Feather Airstrike to clear the minions. Still surviving the Bruce Passion as well to clear those minions down. Onic still maintaining pressure here. Oh, finds the stun on towards the Farsa. But Onic finds the base vulnerable. And they win game 3. They surely will secure the upper brackets. And Aura Fire, their odds to the playoffs will be slimmer.
Yeah, Onic